How's it going, guys? Today we're going to talk about my Starlink Mini setup in this cottage. I love having the Starlink Mini. I used to have the Gen 2 Starlink, but it was always a pain to take down and set up, and the separate router and cables, and putting it away was a pain, and just a whole bunch of hassle. Anyway, uh, unfortunately or fortunately, it the router fried while I was in Mexico this year. So Starlink reimbursed me the money for the Starlink Gen 2. So I only had to pay like $50 more to get the Mini, which was fantastic because I've been wanting the Mini since the beginning of the year, since I talked about it. We talked to other people about it around New Year's. Once I found out the power usage and everything else, I was just blown away. So yeah, we're going to get into it. So with the Starlink Mini, you get the router built right into the actual Starlink dish. So there's not two separate components. It's just the Starlink and a power cable. So the power cable is very thin, obviously, or as you can see, I shouldn't say obviously. And so in the box that you get the Starlink Mini with the built-in router. You get the kickstand that was already on it. You get a pole mount adapter. You pull the kickstand out and put this back in its place. You get the 15-meter DC to DC plugs. They're barrel plugs on both ends. And your AC plug. And that's all that you get in the box. But I've gotten a few more accessories along the way to make it run on 12 volts because it's so much more efficient. Or I shouldn't say efficient, but you don't have to have your inverter on all the time. I can just run it on 12 volts. I have a cigarette lighter port at the back that I can plug it into. So it works perfect for me. I run my Starlink 24/7 and barely notice the power usage of it, which is great because the other one really sucked the power a lot. Especially if you were in a treed area and it had to use more power to search for a signal all the time. So yeah, I really enjoy having the Mini. And like I said, it's mounted on the roof with magnets and so on. So enough explaining about it. Let's go up on the roof and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I almost forgot, before we go up on the roof, I've been seeing a lot on the Starlink Facebook page that apparently they've changed the dimensions on this pole mount adapter hole. So a lot of people are ordering aftermarket parts on Amazon for a smaller pole or whatever. It's not fitting and they're having to grind it down or do something to it. I'm not sure what because I don't use this. But just beware of that if you order the new Starlink, that this has changed. So beware of what you're ordering off Amazon. It should say second generation Starlink Mini or something on Amazon. So yeah, beware of that. Alrighty, so up here on the roof, I got the Trio flat mount with magnets. This thing's super strong. It's pretty awesome. A little pricey, but I think it's worth it so you don't lose the Starlink. So it has 4 big rubberized disc magnets on it. And it's just a 2-piece unit. It screws together on both sides. You just slide it into the Mini and away you go. So in the manual for the Trio flat mount, it said to put it behind something like a solar panel or whatever. I put it behind the fantastic fan, just for wind, I assume. That's not getting as much wind from the forward facing while you're driving down the highway or whatever. But yeah, I think this thing's fantastic. I bought this 12 volt cable, which is a barrel plug to USB-C. Now you have to be careful on Amazon when ordering the aftermarket cables. It has to say PD, which is power delivery or something, I'm guessing. It has to be able to carry 100 watts. I've never seen it use 100 watts, but I guess it needs it for booting up purposes. So I ran the cable down and zip tied it to my solar panel cables. And it goes down past the air conditioner. I'll show you. Goes there past the air conditioner, then around the back, and then down and into the van. But first, I'll show you the these little silicone caps that I got. It's just a waterproof silicone cap for the cable. So when I do take this down, oh man, and pull this out, I can put this silicone cap on the barrel plug, and it's waterproof. And it has a little clip that I can clip it to the another cable over here to keep it from flopping around while I drive. So that's what it looks like, attached to the cable. And yeah, that's how I leave it when I take my Starlink Mini down. So let's take this down and I'll show you a few other things. Great, just as it's starting to rain again. Alright, so I'll show you, if you can see, the cable comes down from the roof. I put a piece of tape there to keep it in line. If it's any further up, it does get pinched up there, but the cable does not get pinched whatsoever. I bring it down in between my bug screen thing that I have, down here, and it runs into this cigarette lighter port. It's 100 watts. So my cigarette lighter port is right there. I cut out a little section of my mattress topper so that it fits in there. So obviously I took the Starlink down, so yeah, this cable just sits in there and it plugs in and fits perfectly in there. Alright, so if I am camping in BC or anywhere that has heavy trees and it's raining out like it is today, it stopped again, thank goodness, so I can show you this. I wouldn't put the Blue Eddy out in the rain, obviously, because it's not 100% waterproof. So I would use the AC cord and plug it in. I have an outdoor plug here on my van that I can plug it into, the AC port, and just leave my inverter running. It only uses 20 watts, but your inverter is sucking power on top of that. So I like to leave it on DC power. So with this Blue Eddy, it does have a, let me pull that out. See, the USB-C port does have 100 watt capability. So I plug the cable into there, turn the DC plug on, and it boots up with a little extra power. But once it boots up, I'll show you how much power it does draw. Alright, so once the Starlink is powered up and it's aligned and everything else, it's using, so it's averaging like probably 22 watts. Look at that. So the Starlink Mini will last 64.3 hours with this AC 180, which is 1,152 watt hours. So that's a good amount of time. You know, you put the solar panel onto the Blue Eddy and that thing will last forever, basically. But yeah, I could probably, actually, let's do it. Let's see how far away we can get and still have full bars of service. All right, I think that's far enough of an example. But if you can see where my van is, where the ladder is way over there, I'm still getting full bars over here. So that's pretty phenomenal. How far you can be away from your campsite or your location and still get full bars of Wi-Fi. I think that's awesome. I love it. All right, so I found that with the Starlink Mini, now owning it for 3 months, that whether it's flat mounted or aligned properly, I'm still getting great speeds regardless. Some of the speeds are actually identical. I've gotten 200 megabytes per second, and it's fantastic for uploading, downloading videos. Obviously, with being on YouTube, I upload a lot of videos. And I have a Roku box that I watch TV at night a lot, or YouTube, of course. So yeah, I think this is the best way to go for van lifers anyway. It doesn't take up a lot of room. Like I said, one of those boxes, one of those Husky boxes there, used to just be Starlink equipment. And it was a pain having to wrap everything up and put it away all the time. Now I don't have to worry about it. I got Wi-Fi 24/7, just like a house does. So yeah, I think that's fantastic. But anyhow, all the products that I showed you guys, I'll put in the description below, put all the links there. They are Amazon links that I do get a small percentage, so if you go through my links, I'd really appreciate it. And that's it. That's not it. I forgot. Apparently a company reached out to me about a small-ish battery that attaches directly to the Starlink Mini. So I'm hoping to get that delivered within the next week or two, and I'm going to do a review on that product. So yeah, now that's it. So if you guys haven't subscribed already, want to see more videos like this, please do, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care. Take care, guys. Bye.